Hello, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you for those who've subscribed, and for those who've not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And on this video today, we will be talking about modern woman. What has become of the modern woman? And it's a sad situation in our society because we have these women who have been preaching girl power. We can do it all by ourselves. We don't need men. And some of them have realized they've reached to the danger zone because they're in their mid 30s, you're in your late 30s and you haven't settled. And you're like, you know what? The narrative kind of changed. They were the same men who were saying, you don't need a man for you to be accomplished. I need to be focus on my career, do good on myself, And the narrative now has changed because they realize, oh, I'm 37. I don't have a husband. I don't have kids, and I need to settle. And now they sit down in panels or with their girlfriends and they're like, you know what? There are no men. Men don't want to settle. The men we are attracting are not what we would want to have in our lives. And with that being said, the problem is not the men, the problem is them, because of the fact that they've lived a life being, so masculine. Okay, when I say masculine, I mean like you're career focused. Okay, you're arrogant, you don't want to be submissive. You've always believed that being submissive, you become vulnerable. And now for the fact that you've lived your life, your prime age, you are busy preaching, oh, I don't want a man, I can do it all by myself. And that same energy, the masculine energy that you had when you were 24, 26, 27 is the same masculine energy that you have right now. Well, at this age, you're already at your danger zone. You're 35, 33. And at that age, you will not be able to attract the kind of men you want because you want a traditional man. Okay? You want a man who is going to lead. You want a man who will protect you. You want a man who can provide. But for the fact that you're a modern woman, you're so masculine, you're not feminine, you don't want to be submissive. Okay, you don't want to you wouldn't be willing to maybe pause your career to take care of your kids. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you can't have a career and be able to be a good wife, but what I'm saying, these men that you want to attract at this age in your life, especially at 35, at 37, they want women who are traditional. A woman who can clean, a woman who can cook, a woman who can take care of the kids. Okay? Because no man in his right mind will just pick any woman in the street to be able to take their legacy, being a mother, being a wife, being a mother, especially being a mother, because you first become a wife before you become it's supposed to be you become a wife before you become a mother. I'm not bashing on those women who have kids out of wedlock, but what I'm trying to say is a man, the biggest job or the best job a man will ever hire is a woman who will be able to give birth to his legacy, which is the kids. So if you don't want to clean, you don't want to cook, you don't want to be submissive, how are you going to get a traditional man? Okay? Because you have to have these qualities for you to be able to attract a traditional man, a man who's going to protect you, And for the fact that you have a masculine energy, there's no man who wants to be with a fellow man in the house. No man wants to be with a woman who has a masculine energy. If you need a traditional man, then you'll have to become a traditional woman. Okay? This whole thing of being loud, being arrogant, you're not polite, you can't be able to be humble. If you submit, you feel like you're being vulnerable. That has to stop for you to be able to attract a man who is going to be traditional. Because that's what many women talk about. I want a man who can provide. I want a man who can protect, So you as a woman, what are you bringing to the table? Right? So you have to look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, where am I going wrong? Because when you're at this age, you can't afford to be doing things when you are doing at 27. Remember when you were young, like when you're 27 and 24 and you had all this pool of men who want to date you, to take you out? Well, newsflash, at this age, you will realize that you don't have the same men. The pool of men you had, you don't have that. You don't have that luxury of being picky and being, oh my God, I can't do this. I want a man who is tall, dark, and handsome, or I want a man who you just can't do it. It's at that point where you lower your standards, because you're now at your danger zone, and become a traditional woman. Respect your man, be submissive. Being submissive doesn't make you less of a woman. That's nature. A woman is supposed to be submissive to their man. Well, we have so many, and so you hear women complaining, oh, there are no husbands, we don't have men to marry us. I don't know, where are the men? Men don't want to be responsible, they don't want to settle down. Well, no, that's not the case. There's so many men, but it's funny, the society we have right now is that we have so many men who wants to settle and start a home, but there are no women to settle with because of all the masculine energy that women are releasing. So it's a matter of us as women to look at ourselves, look at yourself in the mirror and change you. Would you marry yourself? Would you date yourself? Would you settle with yourself? So if your answer is no, if your answer is no, then you need to change, because no man will come and settle with you if you can't even settle with yourself. So let's go back to the basic. Like I always say, go back to the basic. Just be a traditional woman, and you will definitely, I don't want to assure you because I don't want to assure people that, but mostly, in most cases, you will get a man who will want to settle with you. And that will make your life complete. Because like I said on the previous video, there's a void that nothing can fill it. Nobody can be able to fill that void. It doesn't matter how you sit down with your girlfriends and go out with your friends. There's that void that will never be filled by anybody else apart from a man. So it's upon you to realize that and accept it and change your ways. And for those women who have not reached at their danger zone, don't take your sweet time. Don't be like, oh, at this point, I'm not ready to settle. I don't want. Before you know it, you've put so much mileage on yourself, and no man wants to settle with you. So because there's nothing. Women, and I'm sorry to say this, but you know, it's like, let me give an example of a product in a shop. Which products or which item in a store that goes up in value after it has been used? Because you know, you are 24, you're dating right, left, and center. You know, you have all these boyfriends, you know, they are texting you and all that. You feel you're all hot, and you know, I don't need, at this point, I don't want to settle. Girlfriend, it hits 27 and you're like, hiya, okay, so I'm getting to 27 and I don't even have a serious man. The men who are chasing you are not there anymore. They're not. So they are now trying to get with the 25-year-old who are serious, who are traditional, and who are willing to be submissive to marry them. So you put all this mileage on yourself and you're single, you're at your danger zone, you know. So let's what I will advise women, you know, those who are ready to settle and the younger generation, don't take your time for granted during your prime age. Okay? And then for those who have reached that age, you need to change your ways. You have to go back to being feminine. This masculine energy, arrogant, you can't listen, you can't humble, I can't submit, I can't be told what to do, I have to go with my girlfriends clubbing from Monday through Friday. That has to stop for you to be able to get that traditional man, that masculine man that you want in your life. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this is going to help somebody. Share it with other people so that it can help somebody else, because we need to change our society. You know, we need to have household. We need to have 2 parents household. We need to be able to have families, you know. So let's do this. Thank you for watching, and depending on where you're watching from, I know where I am, it's at night. I'm in the US, it's at night. So for whoever else who is watching in different parts of the world, you know, good night, good morning, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.